welcome back to my top 20 list of my favourite dragons. Let's continue. In at number 10 is Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, the card that basically made me want to play Galaxy Photons earlier in the decade. He's such an awesome card, very easy to bring out. Regardless, and has a nice fun effects. Um, Banishing anything it battles and returning both to the field at the end of the battle phase. Um, it's a great way to dodge battle traps like Mirror Force, Magic Cylinder, or whatever. It does have to battle a monster in order to do that, though, but it's generally not an issue. And gets a nice buff if that banished monster doesn't exceeds. Yeah, he's an anti-exceeds card, which is quite funny. Yeah, since then, Galaxies Photons have become like one of my favourite Zeal archetypes. I like Utopia more though. It's weird. I like Kite more than Yuma, but like Utopia over Galaxies. Interesting how that works. Yeah, Galaxy Photons again were just a lot of fun. I like focusing on getting out Galaxy Eyes more than the Exceeders. I mean, the Exceeders are cool and very handy, but Galaxy Eyes is just more fun to bring out and overwhelm the opponent with. And I have to say, I miss my playset of Ultra Rares. Because basically, this was the card which basically made me choose Ultra Rare as my favourite rarities. It's so amazing as an Ultra. Like, I regret getting rid of them. I mean, the Secret Multi and Ghosts look nice. Gold's pretty okay, I guess, but it's just not the same. And yeah, like I said, I just prefer him as an Ultra. As simple as that. Yeah, and I think I did play him in my Hopeless Anime Dragon deck at one point. Anime Dragon. I was also very tempted to actually play him in my Hero City deck because I can just sacrifice Photon Thrasher and Elemental Hero Captain Gold to make this guy. Because if anything, he could kind of be a fun option to play in Dark Magician. Let's think about it. Like, there are quite a few monsters with 2,000 or more attack points in a Dark Magician deck. Galaxy Eyes can of course be special summoned by sacrificing 2 monsters with 2,000 or more attack. It might be a fun idea to try in the future. And of course he's a dragon, so yeah. Just use Secrets of Dark Magic to combine a Dark Magician with this guy, make Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, Amulet Dragon, or of course the stupid dreaded Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. But still, it's a fun idea I'm giving you fellow Dark Magician fans. Whether or not I'll do it myself, I have no idea. We shall see. In at number 9 is Rainbow Dragon. Another classic all-time favourite dragon, and yes, this is one with no name. Like, I didn't get rid of the name. It was like that when I got it. Um, Although I don't remember who I got it from. Um, yeah, Rainbow Dragon, um, the cool, true boss monster of Crystal Beasts. Yeah, I play it in Rainbow Neos and Neospatians, but I can't physically summon it. Um, it's just there as a fusion material. Um, but although I really like those decks, it's just generally more fun to physically summon this guy, which of course is in the deck that this was made for, Crystal Beasts. I mean, again, like I said before, like screw Hamon, Malefic Cyber End, and Dragon Queen of Tragic Endings. Seriously, like, don't get me wrong, they are epic, cool monsters in their own rights. But it's just, I don't know, it just kind of bugs me that those are played instead of Rainbow Dragon, and Rainbow Dragon gets ignored or tossed aside without being given a chance. Um, I mean, even if I was playing Crystal Beasts like seriously and competitively, I'd still play Rainbow Dragon just to stay true to the theme of Crystal Beasts. I guess I probably still would play Hamon and Malefic Cyber End because, to be fair, Hamon is very easy to summon in that deck, and he is my favourite sacred beast out of the three of them. And Malefic Cyber End is just generally easy to bring out. I mean, they're both easier to bring out than Rainbow Dragon, but it's not very difficult to summon Rainbow Dragon, especially nowadays. Because Crystal Bond, Ultimate Crystal Magic can just set up for him just like that. Just fusion summoning Rainbow Over Dragon, and then of course, boom, this guy becomes very easy to bring out. Um, and it's searchable off Melody of the Awakening Dragon. So yeah, not that hard to summon and not difficult to access. I'm just saying. In at number 8 is Red Eye's Black Dragon. Although I'm more on Team Dark Magician, I also do really like Red Eye's Black Dragon as well, hence why I have a Red Eye's Black Dragon deck. He's always been a cool card. It's just very fun to play, especially in its own deck, which I have done over the years. Yeah, it's just kind of a shame, really, that when it came to the legacy support that this Dark Magician and Blue Eyes got in 2015 and 16, Red Eyes just got the short straw. There's just too many cards in the archetype which give it unnecessary drawbacks. Like cards of the Red Stone, Black Stone of Legend, and even like putting a line of text on certain cards saying "Accept Red Eye's Black Chick." Like, why? Why all the hate for the chick? Seriously. Of course, the fact that Red Eye's fusion makes it so you can't summon anything else is probably just as well now, considering that's the best and easiest way to bring out the dreaded Dragoon. And yeah, in before it goes to 1 on the next list, Red Eye's fusion, that is. But still, Red Eyes is awesome. It's not really too much to say about him. Um, yeah, he'll always be a fan favourite card, most definitely. uh, in at number 7 is Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, um, one of my favourite fusion monsters, which yeah, I did talk about before, but I will happily talk about him again. Um, Again, a formidable uh, monster to bring out in Blue Eyes decks. I know Alternative and Twin Burst are generally better, um, but the original is just a lot more fun. Um, just to casually bring out just like that. Um, it's probably not too easy to bring out, of course, but yeah, it can be done, whether it's with polymerization or Dragon's Mirror. Like Dragon's Mirror, I guess, is the easiest way to bring this card out. Um, Although Blue Eyes Alternative does make it even more easier to bring out as well, if need be. I mean, Neo Blue Eyes and Alternative Ultimate are better, of course, but this one is generally needed if you're playing the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, because this one is needed specifically to bring out the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. Either that or Dragon Master Knight. Um, yeah, that's all there is to say. And speaking of Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon, he's at number 6. Um, uh, don't know about the artwork. I mean, this guy looks creepy and scary. Like, what the hell? um, Mind you, though, he does have a scary effect. Being immune from opponents' cards that target and destroy. Um, and of course, he's got a nice, devastating anti-destruction effect. Was 1 in general, or 3 if Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon is used in the fusion. Um, so, yeah, it is a deadly, formidable force to be reckoned with once it comes out. Yeah, I mean, there are ways to get rid of it, but not too many, I would have thought. Um, and I was even side decking this as well recently because this is actually something that you can special summon off Waking the Dragon because there's no restrictions to its summoning conditions. Because it doesn't say it must be fusion summoned and can't be special summoned by other ways. Um, and it can be special summoned from the graveyard if it was properly summoned first, of course. I mean, obviously, you can't if you summon it off Waking. Um, but yeah, um, it's definitely a good option to special summon off Waking the Dragon, and quite a nasty surprise for the opponent. Yeah, Ultimate Falcon is better and what you want to go for with Waking the Dragon because it's just outright unaffected. But Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon is just a cool alternative option. uh, yeah, the pun was kind of intended there, although I didn't really think of it. Um, but yeah, either that or there's Blackwing Full Armor Master, of course, but, but Alternative just has more attack points and it's a free destruction of a card, even though it can't attack in the same turn. But still, formidable, deadly card. In at number 5 is Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. Um, yeah, after mentioning that I can't talk anymore. Like, it's been a longish day. Um, you know what I mean. After I brought it up earlier, um, you're probably guessing that this would be on the list. And yeah, it is a secret rare, just not the secret rare from Retro Pack 2, which I swear just doesn't exist. um, I do like the Shining Dragon. It's not um, a Blue Eyes player's first choice of Blue Eyes card, and doesn't see a lot of play, but I still want to play Shining Dragon. Yeah, because it's not that difficult to bring out, since I'm using Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in my Blue Eyes deck. um, yeah, and I actually got the inspiration to see this more, make this see more play. God, I must be tired. Um, uh, After I met Emma Blue Eyes 10, as this is her favourite card, her boss monster in her Blue Eyes deck, um, and it inspired me to do the same, really. And I, even to this day, I continue to play the Blue Eyes Shining Dragon in honour of Emma Blue Eyes. Just, the targeting immunity is nice. Well, it does say it negates any effect that targets her, but it might as well just say it has targeting immunity. You know? And the more dragons that are in the grave, the more powerful this dragon becomes and can just fight all day long. Fortunately, there are other ways to get it off the field, which is unfortunate, but it's still a fun card to play, and it's another card that's searchable off Melody of the Awakening Dragon, and of course Bingo Machine Go. Um, so yeah, definitely a fun option, at least if you're playing Blue Eyes casually, I would say. In at number 4 is Stardust Dragon, my favourite synchro, like I've said many times already. But again, there's not much I can say about Stardust that I haven't said already, but it is a fantastic card to play in anything that makes never late synchros. Of course, having said that, I've yet to fit this into my fish deck, which I should have done months ago when Master Rule 5 began. But yeah, Stardust Dragon is awesome. 2/5 beta. Again, I'm a sucker for protagonist Ace monsters with 2500. Negates destruction effects. Um, it's just great. I do play it in decks if I'm able to. Seeing more play again in Dark Richician nowadays, because I put Starlight Road back into the deck, which is just as well, because Eternal Soul does have that annoying drawback. And of course, this is one of the main signature monsters of my Stardust Junk deck. As, as I said before, I wanted to have a deck based off Stardust Dragon and Junk Warrior. And thus Stardust Junk was born. Well, of course, this is a love-hate card as well. I like using it. It's pretty annoying when used against me, though. Like, especially like in the early 5Ds era. Um, when it was just hard countering things like Giant True Blade, Mirror Force, Sakuratsu Armor, um, Old Vindictive Magician, Exiled Force. Yeah, it was quite frustrating. Um, um, so that was when more cards would later on see play that would just get a monster off the field without destroying it. Obviously, Battle is one. There's of course Compulse, Deprison. Not that I played it, mind you, but yeah, that was an option. Um, so there was also Magic Cylinder as well, which doesn't get rid of it, but can still block an attack. Um, I mean, yeah, there's not really much I can say about Stardust that I haven't said already. Um, yeah, yeah, he's an yeah, it's an epic card. Then in at number 3 is one of my all-time favourite dragons, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like, of course, this was going to be on the list. How could it not be? Considering I talked about 3 other Blue Eyes monsters. Um, yeah. Originally, this was my favourite dragon before um, the other 2 picks, the top 2 picks came along. Um, but yeah, um, I mean, who doesn't love Blue Eyes? And as you can see, um, at least I hope you can see, because my screen's kind of frozen, but I'm still able to record. This is the one which was signed by Eric Stewart when I went to London Comic Con in 2017 and met him and Dan Green. But yeah, for quite a while, Blue Eyes was my absolute favourite dragon. Um, Again, like I said about Red Eyes, although I'm more of a Dark Magician fan, I like Red Eyes and I like Blue Eyes. Um, Absolute fan favourite dragons. Um, he's just absolute fun, whether it's in its own deck or again in Hopeless Anime Dragon or Anime Dragon, of course. Um, and yeah, oh well, Red Eye's got the short straw in terms of legacy support, but Blue Eyes kind of hit the jackpot. It had so many good support cards over the last 4 years, uh, has which have hardly any drawbacks really. Um, yeah, there's. I mean, that's all there is to say about it, really. Oh, finally, my screen's unfrozen. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Um, there you go, you can see it properly now. That's really all there is to say about the awesome Blue Eyes White Dragon. Number 2, Amulet Dragon. Originally an anime only card until Dragons of Legend came out 6 years ago. Um, yeah, this is just a great, a great card for Dark Magician. I mean, it doesn't see much play nowadays, but he's still a nice card to bring out. Banish all the spells in either player's graveyards and gain 100 attack for each one. And yeah, it can banish from both graveyards. Because there is a choice of whether it's just mine, just the opponent's, or both graveyards. And I usually go for both, of course. So that can be quite handy. The more spells I banish, the stronger he becomes, which can help get rid of problematic monsters that none of my other monsters can run over. And I also like his other effect, which it doesn't have in the anime for some reason, where if it bites the dust, it revives a spellcaster. Obviously, usually I would pick Dark Magician, but I can pick other spellcasters as well. Like sometimes I would even bring back Mahard, so that way I have another floater if Mahard bites the dust. But yeah, unfortunately, this doesn't see a lot of play nowadays. I still have it in my Dark Magician deck because I'd rather have it than not have it at all. It's just that too many situations require me to summon either Dark Magician of Dragon Knight or the Dark Magicians. But it's still nice to have this and Dark Paladin on hand if I need them for something and for the sake of nostalgia. And of course, I have it in my random All-Stars deck just for the fun of it, which I can summon the traditional way through polymerization, because I do play dragons that I confuse with Dark Magician in there. And hey, again, can use Galaxy Eyes, as discussed earlier. And before I unveil the number one pick, I'm going to give out a few honourable mentions. Again, these honourable mentions go to Dark Dragon, the other two Dimension Dragons, which I didn't put on the list, Clearwing and Starving Venom, and of course all the other Signer Dragons that weren't on the list. Blackwing Dragon, Lifestream Dragon, and Ancient Fairy Dragon. They're all fantastic cards in their own right. I mean, Dark Dragon is an awesome, cool card to have. Once upon a time, that was one of the most powerful, scariest cards in the game. Doesn't see a lot of play nowadays, but it's nice to have on hand anyway. I played it in my Dark Magician deck for a couple of years. I still play it in my random All-Stars deck. It was in Dark Magic Strike, or should I say still is, because I'm playing April 14 format Dark Magic Strike. I wish I could still play it in my current format Dark Magician deck, but unfortunately, of course, I just lack the room right now. And as for the other Dimension Dragons, Clearwing is pretty cool. It's just kind of a pity that it only negates effects of level 5 or higher monsters, really. Or any effect that targets a level 5 or higher. But it's still a nice 2500 beat stick to have on hand. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, of course, is amazing as well. A staple standard super polymerization target, because so many dark decks are just played nowadays, and a super poly just instantly gets rid of two problematic dark monsters and makes Starving Venom. His his two effects are very nice, just gaining attack points from another monster and copying the effect of a high level monster. Shame it has to be a monster that's level 5 or higher, but I guess that would have been too good otherwise. And it pops special summon monsters when it dies, which is very, very fun and very handy. And then, of course, there's the other side of dragons. Life Stream is nice, giving life points a buff and giving it protection from destruction just by banishing an equipped spell. But Blackwing Dragon is quite nice as well. Not my first choice of generic level 8 synchro, but it's actually very, very useful against any burn deck. In fact, that started seeing more play again when Mystic Mind Burn became a thing. In fact, Weber's 5 actually came up with that idea, which is actually legit. Get Blackwing Dragon onto the field, that deck is dead. Until, of course, it gets Kaiju, which is annoying. I play it in my Blackwings though, because it's easy to bring out in that deck, whether through Synchro Summon or Blackbird Close. So I have it there mainly for that reason, really. I mean, I'm not going to say no to a free 2800 beat stick after negating a monster effect on the field. Ancient Fairy Dragon, quite nice as well. Popping a field spell that could be problematic, gaining a grand and adding one. The other effect of special summon a low level monster is quite nice as well. Just a shame really that various decks in the meta like ABC is just used and abused it and got it banned. Same with anything that plays Destruda, to be honest. So will it ever come back? I don't know. We'll see. And finally, in at number 1, my absolute favourite dragon in the whole game is Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Don't know if anyone guessed that, but I mean, I'd like to think there wasn't any doubt. I mean, it's just a staple fusion monster to play in Dark Magician decks nowadays, and something that was very much needed, especially considering Eternal Soul has its stupid, pointless, annoying drawback. Yeah, this guy can just come out onto the field and protect it, and my other back row as well. Which is just fantastic. I just wish it was a bit easier to bring out though, especially considering that the Eye of Timaeus isn't searchable, which is annoying. There is a nice, easy way to do it anyway. Well, there's two ways to get it out quite easily. Even turn 1, which is use Magician's Rod to mill a Dark Magician, then special summon it and activate Eye of Timaeus. Either that, or there's the play which Weber's 5 taught me, which was do the same thing, get a Dark Magician onto the field, like in this case use Soul. I think I might have said Rod instead of Soul by mistake just now. You know who I mean though. Then change Dark Magician into Imduck the World Chalice God Dragon, and then play Secrets of Dark Magic, fusing Imduck with a Dark Magician in hand, make this guy. Or of course there is the combo I said earlier, which was fuse a Dark Magician with a Galaxy Eyes, because why not? Oh god, wait, could that even be a thing? galaxy-eyes dark magician? What kind of crazy abomination would that be? Do I even want to try that out and make it on Edo Pro or YGO Pro? Or of course one of you guys could probably try it for yourself and let me know if that actually works for you. I don't know. Who knows how consistent that would be. But anyway, yeah, it's definitely needed in Dark Magician decks nowadays. This card, especially since Lightning Storm is a thing. I wish I was still able to play 2 copies in my Dark Magician deck, but I of course lack the room. But somehow, some way, I will find a way. And that is it for my top 20 list of favourite dragons. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. And be sure to let me know in the comments down below what your guys' favourite dragons are. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, excuse me, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.